Just make sure it's doing. Yes, it's recording. Okay, so welcome to this impromptu Dragon Talks. I think it was last week I put in the Dragon Thunder Facebook group, what do people want to hear about? And Lawrence put his hand up, so did a few others, and said they quite like the idea of a bit of light language, or dragon light language, or spirit light language, or light language, however you want to say it. And so Lawrence and I had a quick chit chat backwards and forwards on Messenger, and therefore he's here today to share with us what he's going to share. I think really the idea, and I think it was Lawrence who put this forward, is that if at some point we get to the point where more people are talking dragon or light language, and they can get together and maybe have a conversation in the language and see what happens, see if they understand each other, and hopefully it'll work in all of us. Maybe it'll awaken something up. I've heard light language initially when I used to go to church, and there'd be people speaking in tongues and the spirit. And more recently, I've heard witches speaking in a funny language. I've heard shamans speaking different language. And I've heard once or twice some sort of dragons speak, but not a lot. So this is all very new to me. So I'm excited to learn, as I'm sure many of you are. So yeah, Lawrence, do you want to unmute yourself and come out and say hello?
Hello. First, I would like to thank everyone for attending. It's all divinely guided. Thank you. And I'm also thanking your spirit team, your higher selves, your primary higher selves for making this happen and for connecting with me. And um, what I will have to ask is for everyone to give consent that as I do the light language, it needs consent for everyone to take effect and just not by saying yes. So I would like to everyone that when I say like language, just say like right now every like language you came across, just say I accept only for the best, highest good of all. And when I say all, it's all of you in multiple dimensions, in multiple timelines, because when you are about to embody all of them and anchor all of yourself into your reality, then all of them get higher upgrades. The stronger you get, the more abundance you get, the more prosperity you'll get. And I used to do a light language talk with Larry, and when we tried initiating our Dragon Talks or Dragon Light Language, it's like everyone's like screaming that I started calling the one we're channeling. We're technically not channeling because it's other you, right? So there, I'm just started to call them old men because my dragon higher self is 500-year old, 500 million year old. He told me. So let me just do a quick history so that when we trace it back, we can go to that format. I mean, not everyone have the same path, but you can take these steps if if you could resonate with. So I was an angelic starseed, and when I awoken on my awakening, I saw my higher self, the my primary higher self, which I call prima, meaning that's your highest higher self. And when I saw him, he's an angelic wings and everything. So, oh, one time I was traveling on my astral travels. I've noticed that I don't have wings and I'm covered with rocks. I look like a humanoid lizard, but not. But my head was so long and everything, and I tried to remove the crystals or in the rocks in my hand. I was like, "What's this? Is it corrupting me?" Then I took it out and I see my light body. Then the my primary higher self, I call him Prima, told me, "Don't take it off. That is Gaia trying to protect you." So he encapsulates you with rocks or crystals because he loves you. Then I didn't know it's probably just an armor for angelics. Then I said, okay, fine. Then I went look for YouTube, then it came across a YouTube where know which star seed you are from. Then I came across that one of the prevalent um, constellation on my chart is Draco. Then when I said Draco, a black dragon came into my head. Then I said, is that you? So I have a dragon. Then then the image of that crystalline covered my body. It came back. Then he said, so that's you. Then once you connect to your higher selves, you can ask them, what is your gift? What is the what is show me what is your peak time, like how was your, like, were you in your prime? Then they will show you, and you can use those gifts. You can anchor those gifts in each every higher selves that you have. Then he said, I'm a crystalline dragon, galactic one. I'm earth element, and he was that old because he likes to sleep. So keep on sleeping on Draco constellation, and he that's when I realized that my guilt with crystals, gridwork, and everything on my initial awakening is from him. Even my drawing, my scribing is from him. So what I'm drawn to do today is more than just an activation. It's more on expansion, and the light language will I will start off is to just to clear the space around everyone who will be watching it and who is watching it. It's timeless. So I'm asking permissions to all of your primary higher selves, and I'm asking consent for you as the vessels to allow me to protect you as an epicenter, 300 square feet around you, and kick off all the trickster guides, gods, and everything. Now all the trickster guides are off. You will be protected in a 300, 3,000 square feet within 24 hours without them going in there. The next thing that they want you to do is defrag. I will have to clear all the codes that you guys absorb consently or not consently that is probably not for your highest best good or causing blockages. And okay, if you consent, like I said, I will do this very quickly so that we can proceed on. Uh, so I will ask for consent, and I already confirmed with your higher selves to everyone that they give consent. The only thing is I would like to everyone to have consent. So if you give consent, just say yes, only for the highest best good of all. Converting all these junk codes into beneficial ones, inserting them out, installing. Now this code is fixed for now. Now please integrate activate immediately. Like I accept these updated codes, integrate activate immediately only if for the highest best good of all. Now that's done. So light language can be in many forms, but we're focusing right now in Dragon light language. It could be scribe, singing, signing, everything. And the one thing that they want me to teach you is shortcutting. Let's say when I say only for the highest best good of all, it's too long, right? Then I shortened it to off Goa, and I said off Goa, none of Goa, none good for all. good for all. So when I say I connect to all guides who are in line with my Ogdoa, meaning on the highest best good for all. But when I said that is that you can make your own terms. Like how about I say high five for everyone, then that's my how I create. Now they're telling me to teach you spells. So that's how it creates spells. Technically, you your long intent. If you want to write it, then your keyword. Like how I did a defrag or seal. I just like that. I'm actually drawing the runic circle, but it's a my. I can't believe even angels. You know that? Oh yeah. When I do that, they do that too. It's so anyway. That's a different topic. So it could light language could be in different forms, and my experience exposure with light language that when you reach a certain point of light quotient in your body, you will your guides will point you to light language. That's my experience. Light quotient I increased by sun gazing. That's one with the cheat way, sun gazing. Second one is grounding, but most of it is sun gazing. And when I started seeing, when they said there's something new, I start when I started seeing my angelic self when I was battling entities, I've seen runes, and I was like, what are those? And this is one of the runes that I cannot see. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's one of the runes that I got. Looks like it's not meant to be shown. Okay, so one of the runes that started me to look for what is that symbol. When I started runes, looking for runes, checking runes, then I stumbled light language. Now, when you come to light language, it's not predetermined that, oh, this is, you're just going to be signing or you're just going to be singing or signing like this or speaking. It, when you figure out which light language you are compatible with, it normally comes. It feels right. It intuitively right. And one of the gifts I have is a weird tone in my throat. But I just realized that when I did that, I it was the embodying. When I say embodying, is that the body of the dragon covers you. Technically, the soul covers you. That's what I call embodying. It means your vessel. You're connecting to them, right? Then, so I was testing all the forms and everything. Then after testing, that's the first language that I learned is the dragon language. And what I will do today is it's not an activation. My guides are telling me to do three types of light language other than the carving of the crystals. That's, that's for later. So I will do three types of light language. One is seraphim to amplify and expand all of your light quotients. And you have to imagine every vein of your body filled with light because that's where I will push all the light from the angelic realms to amplify all of your light quotient and light bodies. It's an expansion because it breaks through the limit. The second one is the dragon light language, but it will awaken what all other dormant you have, but in key, it will awaken you or to let you remember dragon light language in whatever form. They may sound differently as well. Then the last will be divine mother, so that it infuses and it makes you like make the because the expansion is so fast. Then you insert the dragon, which is intense energy. We have to suit it down so your system won't get shocked and you won't get ascension. What do you call this? Ascension symptoms. So that's why they told me to do these three things. So I'm not a singer, so forgive me because seraphim light language have to be sang. And let's start. Please close your eyes. Imagine all of your energy center, all of your meridians, all the nerves of your body, all of your bodies, all 7 of them, all 12 of them, all the veins lighting up. You will see a light from the central sun coming through your crown all the way to Earth's core, passing through. As this light passes through, you'll feel the energy, the vibration that will be coursing through them. This is also beneficial for those who are angelic starseeds. So I hope you get dimensional codes with this.
Say that was just
Sit as much as you want. Let me know if you are ready. Run all this light energy through your body and let it calm down for a bit. And when it calms down, I will just drink first before you hit the light language for the dragon because he's so furious. He so wants to awaken everyone. Let's start. Remember who you are. Remember that you are a dragon. Remember how you speak, how you understand. Not just listen. This will enable you to comprehend like language, especially the dragon like language. Hold on. I need to ground for a bit as well. Now I will try to channel Divine Mother in Ganesha. It takes me a while because this is a channel. Take your time. Let me know when you are ready. No, let's continue. So the discussion will be, this is like this. When you start light language, the number one problem that you will face is yourself, the shame, the shame of speaking it, because it will weird your ego out. It's like, what the heck are you talking about? It's like you're talking gibberish. You have to conquer yourself first to the point that you can, like, it feels right. And you know that it's right because the emotion is right as well. You will, as you start to channel, like what I did before, I'm sweating because he's so angry. So no one have awakened this dragon lake language, right? So I felt the furious. So I'm not sure if he's coming in too strong, but I hope it triggered the necessary catalyst. And when you start getting the words you have to say, then it will come naturally. Like at first, when I let the Kevin listen to my YouTube, that was me trying to start it on recording. So I record myself, I listen to it, then it just becomes um, fluid and fluid. And the more, the first you have to do. Okay, you're telling something. Here's the thing: when you come in light language, if you initialize, you set the theme. Let's say I want this light language for love. Oh, okay, hold on. Change topic. They keep on changing topic. What they want to say is that when you're speaking light language or you're accepting light language, you can convert it, especially if it's distorted. Remember, we are here in our free will. It's light language, language for the soul, correct? So even if we are in free will, someone can just use a light language and put some different intent on it. So you have to be careful. Although it's all love and light and everything, right? And the intent is right. But the problem is if the person, I'm not causing discord, I'm just, because we live in a free will, and one of the universal laws is free will in this plane. You just have to take care of yourself, because now I'm giving you awareness so that your higher self don't need to protect you anymore. You've been protected until now. I'm telling you. But the thing is, they're telling me they've been deflecting those codes, and it's a waste of energy instead of you transmuting it and absorbing it. So when I see all light language, I say IIFF. When I say IIFF, accept, integrate, activate immediately, all of this frequency, energy, vibration, three forms. So on that skill, I said, if it's not only for the highest good, convert it into the beneficial one and absorb it. I correct it. So it doesn't matter if you have ill intent, bad intent, curse, whatever, convert, that's the intent, absorb. Don't waste energy, it's free. So so whatever people are putting out there, even negative emotions, it's free. free energy for you to absorb, even from yourself. So remember, there's two sources of energies, which is none of Goa. One from external and one from inside, like pessimism, narcissism, everything that you have to work on, shadow work on. But there's two sources, one from yourself and outside. So you have to now you know that both codes exist inside and outside. Then you have to fix your inside as well. Also, different dimensions have different codes. So when it's your time to reach, when you reach, when your guides are starting to teach you about dimensionality, have the intention or meditate to update your codes, your operating system, hardware, everything. That's why I'm a little bit down under the weather right now because I've been suffering ascension symptoms because I just updated mine. And it's harsh, harsh. So just be prepared to rest, take more self-love when you update your code. So set the intention, update your codes to where your currently is because although you absorbed a lot of codes, you need to update them, right? It doesn't come automatically. So that's another thing. And what else needs to be discussed? Practice. Yeah, they said practice. Um, the more you practice, the more it becomes stronger. The codes, which codes? Um, Dimensional codes. Um, Not authorized. Sorry, I'm asking your higher self if I'm authorized to give update codes. You just have to meditate and ask for an update on your own codes where or which dimension you are now. That's you ask your spirit team to download you the codes because I'm not sure if you are in the fifth dimension, seventh, sixth, tenth, who knows? Right? So you where you are right now. So you couldn't ask someone for a higher code, which is not beneficial, which will override you. So next thing that I will do is ask for your consent because the crystals that you may be having is have your energy and I cannot touch it. So the request I will be is I'm gonna pull a string of your energy and write the runes around the crystal that will be presented. That's why I said it as much as possible. It should be your personal crystal so that if you give it to someone else, then your energy in that one, and once they cleared it, it's gone. So so my higher self, the dragon is a crystal dragon. So he's the one who taught me how to program crystals. So my crystal doesn't vibrate on whatever. I have a lot of programming on them, and I will just share a few right now. And okay, so there's an addition other than auto clear and auto cleanse on this crystal, and other than amplification of its function. They said it will auto vibrate as well. When I say vibrate, it's another skill that I created. I, countertops, the the countertops, it's crystal, right? I kind of imbued them as well. So I imbued my countertop to vibrate to auto clear my food and upgrade the food's vibration. So you can use it like that. You can set the intent, imbue your power on it. But this one I will amplify and auto vibrate every food that goes near it. So let's see. With this one I will need the help of amethyst and labradorite. Sorry, I butchered the name. So let's start. You can focus on your personalized crystal that you personally own or only you will use, and it doesn't matter how many of them are. Calling out the crystals involved, past, present, future, whoever's gonna have it, all go into my hand. Coming, alternate timelines, accessing all alternate crystals as well in other people's other selves. Pulling sliver of energy from the host. I will now inject your energy. I will power it with the central sun connecting. Connecting to the moon as well for those moon crystals. Installing auto clear, auto vibrate, amplifying output. If you feel your crystals vibrate, that's part of it. Just don't be shy. Installing integrating activity immediately. Thank you. So when you feel your crystals vibrate when you hold them, that's that. They sometimes vibrate like crazy. So since they are auto clear, they're like kyanites. So they normal that when I say auto clear, it doesn't deflect the energy already. Absorb. Let's say can't remember obsidian. They absorb black negative emotions or negative energy. What auto clear means? He converts it and feed it to you. The energy. Like I said, don't waste energy. So he convert it. He 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 will feed it to you to supply you. Now, when I say feed it to you, then the more light quotient you get, the more energy you get. Now, the change topic already. Sorry, they kind of change topic. So, so yeah, I have a black eye, and that was my initial. That was my initial guidance. Oh, you wanted to say that? Okay. My initial crystals were black kyanite and green, yeah, green kyanite to activate or auto activate all chakra nodes, even meridians. It's not limited to that one. Don't limit when you buy these crystals. Don't limit them. Let them expand as much as they want. And the one thing I like about kyanites is that they don't hold energy and they don't overburn. So the black one auto clears, the green one auto activates everything. So it auto balance, the black one auto balance, the green one auto activates everything. So they are awake and auto balance. So that's my initial one. Until you create a psychic system for yourself through runes, through whatever your gift is. That's how you build your system that you don't need anymore. This one I still need. This is black tourmaline for my pessimism. We all have our own shadow work, and this is tiger eye, so that more more clear. I use this for akashic record reading because I need clarity on it. So it depends on what you want them to do. I used to tell them, you do this, you do this, you do this, you do this. So I assigned them that it was too limiting, so I just do everything. And I just upgrade everything. But do not over program your crystals. When I say over program, put too much uh, design on them. They will suck your energy. So, like I said, energy they convert, give to you, but to operate right now I connected them to the sun and the moon. Don't put extra more to activate them because they're self-sufficient right now. So when you activate way too much, it drains you. Then you're like, "Ah, I'm tired today. Ascension probably no." That's because when you start creating spells, skills that you are passively activating, let's say a curse that converts it to abundance, like that. So you say, always turn on, then it drains you, right? The intent drains you, it's energy because it's always watching. Do you want me to teach that? Okay. So you have three things on how to, now it became a magic class. So you have three things on how to activate your skills. Passive, active, reactive. Active, you want to use for, let's say, I'm gonna heal you, something like that. Passive is auto convert the sun. Want to teach that? Okay. One of my passive is, especially when it's for the moon, I call it accelerate. When I look at the moon, I accelerate time with my connection with the eye to the moon to absorb it 1 million times. You can go 1 billion times, whatever. So that's why when you look at it, absorb energy, recharge like a battery, right? That's how you do it with the sun. You can do that with the sun as well. And that shortens your meditation, especially with grounding. It's actually Gaia and Sol, the moon and the sun, who taught me that. Then they, because I always like, I need to do, I need to do, I need to do. Then he said, why not connect with us, accelerate it, then set the intention, turn that into a spell, turn it into passive. So because when I use spells, I transcend time, dimension, everything. It eats a lot of energy because, like I said, all of you, all of dimensions, all timelines, all plane of existence. So when you go soul integration, your abundance, your gifts, the things that you will accumulate will very quickly. It will manifest very quickly. It also, so when you set that intention, it you have to. I'm not sure what your modality is, but I write it because when I write it, it goes processed to my brain. It makes a memory out of it, and I remember it. So once it burns in your memory, it's activated. That's how that's me. But you can have your own modality. You can be a musician. When you hear a note, that's your modality. When you snap a finger, then all sorts of stuff. So that's one of it. So passive, active, reactive. Reactive I use for counters. Say negative go to me. Negative emotion. Someone get angry, throw a tantrum. I got it. I used to say CD before. CD is convert or donate. Because I created a system donation so that you donate your energy here. It goes to the famine or to the one who got affected by natural causes because it's another cheat. I'll teach you. I'll expand on that one. So I said convert or donate. So if I can convert it, I donate it. I donate that energy away. So sometimes it doesn't go. It go to you. You process it, but you don't absorb it. You let it flow. It goes with money as well. That money shouldn't be held, it should flow. And money is in a form of any kind like opportunity, um, um, all sorts of stuff, not just money. Money in um, physical form or electrical. Everything is energy, so you have to make it flow. So that's how I navigate the flow of that one. Although some may say, you don't have this much, but the opportunities and the abundance on other side of the life is flowing. Okay, so that's another thing that they want to mention. So for reactive is, let's say, Someone send you a curse, a hex, a vowel, or everything, you convert that, or you put it somewhere else. The one they're teaching it right now is instead of deflecting it or reflecting it, it will become a ping pong of energy. It will become endless. So they said if you couldn't absorb it, you neutralize it. So the harm done never doesn't become a ping pong. So the people who send it to you will go tired. And what happens when you neutralize it? The I'm not trying to say that it's in a bad way, but everything that you throw in the universe ripples back tenfold, 100-fold to you, right? So karma hits them back, and it's the law of cause and effect. So that's why instead of reflecting it, you neutralize it if you couldn't absorb it. So that's another thing that they taught me. And or you can donate it, which is what I do because okay, well, he doesn't want to say it. Okay, okay, okay. So when I say donate, I created magic circles, let's say for the people who suffering from famine. When I'm angry, external or internal, if I catch it, if I couldn't convert it, I donate it. When I donate it, it becomes a positive energy and it goes to the people who should be like let's say opportunity for rescue workers to go to those disasters or feeding programs. It goes to those. So you divert it, then you throw that to the universe, it goes back as abundance. So it's a cheat. I'm teaching you how to cheat now. So like I said, I don't want to waste energy, so you couldn't convert it, you couldn't you either neutralize it or you donate it. That's why I created that series in my system because I need to donate it. So it's more brownie points. My higher self say, keep on getting brownie points. Come on, come on. Keep on trying it all out there. Don't waste it. Don't waste it. That's my dragon self saying because he's more on energy and everything. And my seraphim higher self is a yin yang seraphim. So she's taught me about a perfect duality, like because she's half black, half white. And that's the only thing I can tell you is she's a seraphim, but she's beyond that. She's just hiding it. And she doesn't want to say her age. Okay. Okay. So she's nagging me. Okay. So that's for another topic. It's about dimensionality. Okay. So okay. Okay. They can read thoughts. So like I said, your belief, thoughts, and words um, is your base vibration, and sometimes they like give signs or they distract my dog if they don't want to. Don't say that. It's not. It's not. It may be not for your truth. Your truth can be your truth, and I'm being extra cautious on what I say because I don't want to say this is the right way, but your highest good might be on this way. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm trying to control what I say, and this is not a one-way street. There's no wrong choice. My Seraphim Higher says saying there is no wrong choice. It's just you either pick the long way or the shorter lane. But too bad when I keep on saying get me to the highest timeline, best timeline. They keep on saying that's the hardest one. I say, you want to teach them that. Okay. This is why they call this lifetime an opportunity. This might be a perception shift. This will jump the timelines because it's a perception shift. They call this lifetime an opportunity because you are the vessel of multiple higher selves. Higher self, 1 in 4D means a higher self automatically. 1 in 5D, higher self automatically. Your primary higher self is your God self. When you complain to God, You complain to your primary higher self. And the main goal is anchoring your primary God self to you, becoming I am God, I am free, I am sovereign, to see like the chakra, I am God, I, uh, I feel God, I do like God, I love like God, I speak like God, I see like God, I understand like God. Not just I am. You have to go all through it to that perception so that you can anchor your higher self to your full being. And that's what I call embodiment, because when you embody, you will see all your higher self on your body. And when you do that, that is when your full vibration elevates. And when you integrate all of those other higher selves, you sometimes lose them because they are with you now. They are one. You are one. All of you are one. So all of you are vessels, but doesn't mean you don't have lives. You are here to merge all of those gifts and create your own, a more stronger you, the more stronger you. And when you do that, what you do right now, what you can control right now is the present. The past you cannot do anymore. You cannot fix. Future you cannot predict. What you do right now ripples in the future. And when you do that, uh, when you evolve your present, it ripples to the future. And I've seen my higher selves evolve. They change. Look, they change. Like the seraphim, when I first saw her, 2 wings, then 6 wings. Now she have like 6 pairs of wings. So that's like 12, right? So she's evolving. Even my primary higher self, she evolved way too much with how much perception or you do right now. Also, why they say it's an opportunity is that why a lot of souls are lining up on Earth right now is because instead of spending multiple lifetimes learning, suffering, everything, that's what you call shadow work. That's why shadow work is one after another on this ascension, because it's a cheat. It's a cheat again, because in this lifetime, you can fix a lot of those that you have to solve in many lifetimes. That's why your oversold sign up. Oh, I'm gonna sign up in this, and I'm gonna do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. I'm gonna try all of this, all of this. Then when you start to solve of them, imagine you're shortening one lifetime compared to millions of lifetimes that you have to do all of those. So, so that's one thing. And they want the millions of ancestors of the old people, old souls on this earth to end on your lineage. You want me to send them? Okay. This is called Time Hill. Um, I will send all of your ancestors dated back to eons, millions of eons. And when I send mine, there are like 40 million of them because they exist in multiple timelines, dimensions, even a rock of ancestors. So some of them are grumpy ancestors that's binding your gifts, blinding you as well, because they are envious. Why it's just you? Something like that. So with your consent, I will send them all, ascend them, even your lower selves, so that they can go back with you. Sometimes you will dream of their lifetime. It will look like a nightmare, but remember they are memories of what they used to suffer. So if you consent, I will do a time hill as a near closing, and only for the highest good of all. And they they will not be all released, but probably 90% of them will. And you might feel some cold hand on any part of your body that's just them saying goodbye. So it's time to send them on, calling all the primary higher self. calling all ancestors, calling all victims, all people involved with their ancestors. Arm in my hand, please. Creating portal where you need to be, ascending, calling all lower selves, higher selves that needs to be ascending as well, calling all of them. One down the line. There's a lot of them. Taking a while. Sorry. It's just a roll. I hope you can forgive yourself, releasing all of these cords, traumas, dark, lashing curses and everything on these ancestors, releasing everything, healing everything, paying all karmic debts and everything. Thank you for allowing me to send you. I just need to release some emotions. They just came through me, so I need to release it, or it will affect me a little bit. Thank you. You might see them or dream about them, but that just says they're gonna be just saying goodbye. And it's like a thank you. And some of them waited for like millions of years to finally end right now. And it was very, it's time to end. And it might boost your gifts. And some of them, okay, some of them will even leave hereditary skills or gifts, abilities on your dreams. They will tell you, or if you have a clear, you can talk to them. They will come to you immediately. So I hope you have a wonderful experience to them and everything else. Info overload. Okay, okay. So I think that's it for me. I'm still studying Akashic records and the dimensionalities, so I can because deliver it properly. But because they want me to explain how you anchor and release, you want to. Okay, quick tip on dimensionality. I know everyone have a family and you love them, but imagine this: how can you jump timelines if you are protecting the people in this dimension or in this timeline? Here, one decision split into two. Your power split too many times. When you go still integrate, it will focus on one timeline, which is you are right now. You're talking to me right now because I merged them all, and you are being divinely guided to do so. So when you so merge all of your timelines, you will see a lot of collapse, and you will absorb a lot of yourself. They may not even look like you. They may even from another planet. Who knows? They may even be a rock because you're like stubborn and everything. That's where you get it. You're a rock before, so something like that. Or you're like sparky like a geode or electrical node before, and you're like, oh, is that this? So that's you before, and you're enjoying it. But that is you limited consciousness like that. So when you so merge all of them, for those who have family, don't protect your family. Love everyone around you with compassion. Because when you jump timeline, your enemy is giving you this shadow trigger for a long time. When you suddenly jump timeline, totally different person. That's why when I jump timeline, my angels always say, be compassionate, because I'm always pessimistic. Black tourmaline. I'm always angry or something, I hold on to it. So release it, release it. This is a different timeline, different person. So release it, release it. So that's why that was my pet peeve before. I held my family way too much, and I protected them. Put a lot of spells to protect them from everything, right? But if you do that, you anchor yourself way too much into that timeline, and it may not be the best for you. And once you detach, you have to respect your family members where they are in their ascension. It's their soul contract. Or when they ascend, you may not even know when you go to your highest timeline, they already absorb their lower selves, and you don't need to even bother about it, right? So why focus protecting themselves? Just focus jumping higher timeline. Okay, that's enough. Okay, enough about that. That's for another topic, which is about dimensionalities and everything. And that's just what you're trying to protect right now. Don't overprotect them, and it just anchors you to this timeline, and it may not be the best for you. So that's fun.
Wow, Lawrence, that was amazing. I think I can say that for everyone. That was beautiful. I felt the energy. I felt the cold hands. I felt the fire. I felt my yeah. I think we're all going to have some interesting dreams tonight. Um, it was beautiful. Thank you for suggesting this and pushing for this to happen, and thank you for sharing so eloquently. Yeah, thank you very much. If anyone's got a question, yeah, looks like Chantal has. Do you want to ask a question?
Hi, thank you for that. That was amazing. I have a question where you were thoroughly going through the passive, the active, the reactive. And I was really, it was all such helpful information. I was wondering just a little bit more on the active. I didn't quite get that. You said a lot on
Active,
the others.
let's say you want to heal someone, and you want to clear someone with entities or boot, like what how I started, right? I booted everyone and created a safe space. If that was on auto, which was before, I'll be like, I'm tired. So some of those skills, especially if they transcend timelines and multiple use, specifically they eat a lot of energy. And for me to recharge, I'm not sure how you guys recharge, but like I said, I accelerate, I go out, look at sun, split second, I'm back, I'm full again. Because I accelerate, remember. So you can create those intention and create your own spells. So that's how I call active. It's because it encompasses not just this reality, all alternate use as well. So if you just hit someone with healing across the street without hitting all of his other selves, then just that guy, then you heal him, that's fine. You won't feel the energy drain. So that's what I call active. Or let's say I eject the surrounding um, areas for none of Goa, but some of them is not for you. So you cannot really keep on protecting yourself, right? So sometimes I do the eject. Is that what I say? So when I need to do something in that area, or if I feel something is weird. So I created a skill that I said when you detect uh, a trickster guide, a god, to the point, a god, guide, god, galactic, whatever, and if he's not in line with my highest best good, entities, whatever, twist my tummy like this. So I created a trigger. And when I felt that, I was like, gone. My tummy recovers and I don't feel weird anymore. So you create triggers so that when you detect this one, you do this. So that's my actives. But my passives are always on. The actives is more defensive. They didn't want me to create offensive. I'm not sure because it's all angelic, but I have the capacity to create one. But they said, don't bother. We don't need it right now. So yeah. So I'm not sure. I hope I answered the question.
You did. That was great. Thank you so much. That was That was fantastic. Thank you.
It was all fantastic, wasn't it? I think we should all send lots of love here to Lawrence. There's a reaction thing. You can send him a heart. And thank you very much for your time. I'm sure we'll be having Lawrence on again, and many other people talking about light language. I think it's a subject that we're all interested in. So thank you, Lawrence, for sort of bringing it up and awakening us all to the ideas and thoughts of it. And I'm sure we're all going to go away and think about it in more detail.
We'll see what kind of dragon light language you guys will awaken as you are now expanded. So just sun gaze extra more because now your channels are more thicker. Just sun gaze, like up to you on how you sun gaze. I'm not gonna limit it. It's up to you.
Thank you.
That's how you recharge. So.
Yeah, makes sense. Cool. Well, thank you very much for your time, and thank you, everyone. Have a beautiful rest of your day. And say this, I'll load this up probably after Wednesday because I'm at my parents for the next couple of days. And it's good to see you all. Have an amazing day. Bye. Thank you, Lawrence.